Hey guys, this is Jon from survivaldispatch.com. I wanted to talk a little bit. I want to do an after-action report on a recent GORUCK event that I did. I was a part of the GORUCK Constellation class number 20 in St. Augustine. My first ever GORUCK event, I saw it on the calendar and started reading into it. I really liked the premise that they had created. It is a urban survival course. It took place from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m., so throughout the night, taught by 3 cadres that were all Special Force operatives at some point. So one was still active. Fantastic group of people. I had never done a GORUCK event, like I said before. Such a well-run organization. Everything was in place, on time, ready to go, and just a phenomenal atmosphere and experience that I was able to take part in. I'm not going to spoil any of the things. If any of you guys are interested in taking this event, I highly recommend it. I thought it was an awesome time to learn new skills, get to practice some of these skills, and see exactly where you fall with regards to your preparations for some urban survival. It starts out with classroom training. We met in a really nice CrossFit facility. That was kind of the safe house for the entire night. And then from there, we went out and completed different missions and then returned back to the safe house. And it was usually an outbound mission and then an inbound mission back to the safe house. And then there'd be more classroom instruction at that point. The 3 cadres that taught the class were phenomenal guys to hang out with. This is considered kind of a gentleman's course. There's, not a ton of push-ups, no log lifting, nothing like that. It's more of a skills-based, and that's kind of what a lot of these GORUCK events, new GORUCK events, are kind of starting to generate, to gravitate towards a little bit, is making them a little bit more skill-based rather than just the extreme grind of a regular GORUCK event that you guys mostly know of. I took a backpack with me that, and you're allowed to really bring whatever you want to. They have a gear list that they want you to bring with specific items that you will use in conjunction with their training and their classroom part of it. But then when you're out pretty much on a mission in the field with your team, you can pretty much use anything at your disposal that you want to carry in your backpack. I'm not going to go into really any of the missions. I don't want to spoil it for any of you that might be taking an event soon, or those of you that are maybe thinking about doing it, in the future. There is some physicality to it. There's going to be a lot of running, as cadres try to track you down and catch you while you're trying to perform a specific task. So, it's more than just, put on a backpack and walk up and down the street. Where we were in St. Augustine, a lot of wooded areas. It was 2 weeks after Hurricane Irma, so a lot of water, a lot of swamp, nasty high water at that point, which we had to get in at times to avoid the cadres or to complete the mission. So GORUCK does a fantastic job of taking the environment that they put you in and utilizing it to its fullest. Pretty much when you start, they'll give you a big area map, and then every mission that you have to complete, it'll be from, like I said, the safe house to a specific location. Every location that we went to was pretty much in a different corner of the map. And you have to do it with certain tasks. Like one mission, we had to carry a teammate, so had to make an improvised stretcher in order to transport him to a location. So, it's a lot of things that I believe GORUCK does a really good job of making it a real world scenario that you could find yourself in. The cadres work really hard to impart what they've been taught over the years in the military to regular civilians in a way that is digestible. They'll touch on medical. That is, critical to your survival in an emergency situation. They'll touch on, some escape and evasion techniques. They'll touch on teamwork. So there's a lot of things that they encompass into a 12-hour block. And, how it kind of broke down for us was about 4 hours in the classroom, 8 hours in the field over our 12 hours. And it was a fantastic event. I had a great time doing it. It was fun. I mean, we had rain, we had, bugs and all kinds of stuff that we deal with here in Florida, but it was also in a town that is not too far from where I live, so it's kind of similar as well. So it was really a great investment of my time to see exactly where I could utilize gear that I carry in my get home bag quite often and actually get to put it to use and see if it actually worked when I needed it to work. If you guys are on the fence about taking this course, I highly recommend it. Don't worry about where you might be physically. You can always, adjust what you need to do. But I think go and, if you feel like your physicality is not enough, then that's something that you have to work on. I think the cadre do a great job of making it a real world atmosphere. It's not just laid out for you, follow the line or walk down a sidewalk. It's completely open, so you might be running down a street 1 second and diving into the woods so that you don't get caught the next. So it's just one of those things that it really shows you your flaws or your areas that you need to work on. And it can also show you your strengths as well. They do a fantastic job of teaching really cool new skills that I won't spoil for anybody. But if you're thinking about it, I highly recommend you do it. It is completely worth every dollar. My course was $170. I think it was completely worth it if you break that out over 12 hours. I mean, you're looking at $9 an hour, and it was something that I will definitely do another class in another city probably. I'm thinking about maybe doing one in a completely different location, in a different region from where I live, just to get a different sense of how the weather and environments interact with the class as well. So guys, if you're thinking about it, I highly recommend